Welcome back, guys, to another reaction video. The new death battle came out. It's Dante versus Clive. I'm excited. So yeah, before we jump right into the video, please leave a like. You know what to do, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers hopefully by January. So yeah, that'd be greatly appreciated. Enough talk. Let's jump right into the reaction. All right. Okay.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power, and every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the...
I don't know. This one's a bit different. Bit difficult. I'm gonna put my money that Dante is gonna win here, but I don't know. I don't know exactly all of Clive's feats.
Demon Lord Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons! And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
and regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through, basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete.
I like how they're talking about being burned alive considering Clive's abilities. So this is interesting. I didn't know he was in his 40s. That's insane. I thought he was older than that, but
without an
40s
arsenal,
makes sense.
And Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion, plus ebony and ivory, two magic pistols with endless ammo clips, and they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks, Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle, Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira, and Navan, a guitar. An electric guitar!
Cool.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and
that has the coolest thing he has, though, to be fair.
And much more when he got a warm welcome
the drip
from
he
the
has,
brother
man, is immaculate.
Long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade.
Dude, Virgil is edgy for the sake of edgy, man. That's what I love about his character, bro. This dude, like, almost everything he does just involves him oroforming. It's ridiculous, man.
The power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can Royal Guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal.
Sick.
Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh,
Again, I think they're trying to emphasize that Clive's gonna lose here. Deity of the sun that he beat. He can handle heat's extreme heat. Okay, I don't know if Death Battle's doing this on purpose, but I feel like they're trying to just imply that, oh, Clive doesn't have a chance.
that guy. I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante.
Which might not be the
Despite
case.
how
We never know.
powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's
Calling him a
antics,
weeb, bro,
killing
that's
the last
fucked
of
up.
his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And
Yeah.
for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero
Okay,
even survived getting
that's
melted
that's
down
crazy.
while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned.
But can he survive
Again,
being burned to a
and beat an
crisp?
apocalyptic
Completely.
demon tree for what else? More power.
That's the
With the
question.
entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike.
Lady and
by
Trish, bro. Best girls,
stabbing
bro.
himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been
They're the
impaled
best.
so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger.
Out of
Sin Devil
3,500
Trigger
colors,
is, I think,
we
the
chose
coolest
the one
form that
color
Dante
to
has.
best represent 2026.
And I like how he has to use a
This is
sword
Dante's
bearing
demon
his
energy
name
at
too
its peak.
to activate
He
it.
can fire lasers with loose, obliterate with the fires of judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals.
Nope.
Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But
It's a
thanks
dumb-
to Nero
dumb thing.
and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe
they're
happier than he's
siblings,
ever
bro.
been.
They
Proof
love
that
each
as
other
long as
despite
you
the
have
fact that
human
they try to
drive,
kill each other.
Even hell
There's love
can
and
become
respect
a
there.
paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Call back, nice call back, dope call back.
Whiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good
Alright, we
news.
gotta-
This battle is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your
Alright.
to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian
Link will be in the
icon.
description
Anybody
to their
who's a dog
channel,
can draw
to the
on
video,
magic
so you guys
life
can
juice
go, you know,
called
use
ether,
their Raycon
becoming
stuff.
a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua.
Yeah,
Parents don't play
fucked up.
favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and
Yep.
took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone
She's a
use
terrible
Phoenix
mother,
down.
by the way.
Those aren't in this game.
I
Well,
love
that's
that woman
unfortunate,
so
but
much.
The Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just
Yep.
standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The
To
downside
be fair, I think Ifrit's like a fire god or something in mythology or something like that. He's like this really strong fire monster.
and Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
Oh, poor
If that
Joshua,
wasn't
man.
bad enough,
This whole
Hero
story had
Bob
me
found
fucked
him
up,
the next
and
day
I
and
still
made him
don't
a
like
slave
his
to
mother, bro.
Sunbreak's army.
Annabella-
Clive spent 13
God,
years
that woman,
wallowing
man.
through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the
Yep.
world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons.
6.
From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Broken, bro.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way.
I mean,
but
he's-
also
he's good
through
looking.
Ifrit. By
I agree.
using part of Ifrit's power,
Fine.
Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now
Holy shit,
fully
that's
in
broken,
control
bro.
of the monster that
That's
had
sick.
tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not
Oh.
surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive
What?
strong enough to do
Sorry.
all this?
Who
Besides the
created this?
majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet.
Wow.
If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able
Holy
to warp
crap,
all
man.
of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits,
Yep.
getting stronger
That's
over the
cool.
course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end
god
of
of
the
creation,
fight,
by the way.
Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive still kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch.
Is Clive the strongest
Okay, so it really was the power of
Final
friendship
Fantasy
after all.
like
Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
That's the real
Well,
question. Let me know what you guys think
really
down
know
below.
what happened to Clive. Whether
Is
he
he?
lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rusfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Dude. God damn it, bro. I love a
The
good
battle's coming up next,
a
so
good
call your
coming
winner
to
now,
title
folks,
name,
just like our sponsor,
thing like that. That's
DraftKings.
The
sick.
NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. DraftKings
All
Pick
right,
6 is the easiest way
let's
by
get
jurisdiction.
that.
Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited.
Alright, here we go.
For a death
Death
battle!
battle! We ready, boys. We ready. Let's go. Let's go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Both of these guys are badasses. Both of them are
Your connections
pretty good
to the
looking and
past are
risen
waiting.
women like
Get
there's no
Ancestry
tomorrow.
DNA for only $39.
Both of them, you can argue,
What are you
can fight
doing?
gods. So
Still can't
the
find
real
them?
question is, who had the stronger feats? It seems closer than I thought it was, but I still
heard your
I don't
fiery
know.
friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Forgive me.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
The music is dope. Hold on. Yo, guys, death battle. I don't know how you guys do it, man. But, dude, the music that they always run with, phenomenal. The animation, great. Yeah, they've so far out of all the death battles I've watched on this channel that I've reacted to, dude, they're like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, something like that. In terms of like great animation and sick ass music, bro. They haven't disappointed me at all. So you can argue who wins. They have our boy Dante dancing on him, bro. That's ridiculous, bro.
Fancy yourself a bard?
Dante is not taking shit seriously, bro. That looks sick, dude. I got Dante after yeah, it seems just like Dante to just not take shit seriously at all.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey.
Clones, there you go.
Time to see the light.
Bahamut, I think.
Hell is that?
His bike accident. His dog, bike to his dog. Like, bro. Clive hasn't even gone full icon yet, though. And our boy Dante hasn't gone Sin Devil trigger either.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
sick, bro. This is a good battle, man. They chose correctly with this one.
I won't underestimate you!
Butt snatching that one. Oh, that's good. They threw each other. They threw the strongest hits at each other. They're still here, bro. Holy crap!
Please, just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Jackpot! I need every...
What is this?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
After a fight like this, the gods will be nothing.
Well, they did say he come back from a puddle, but never said he can come back from ashes.
Okay,
so.
that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
And
This was
this
not
fight was
an easy call to make.
This fight was a lot closer than I ever expected. This was insane. I was giving it to Dante because I'm like, I played the Devil May Cry games. I've played this game on my channel, Final Fantasy 16. We're not that far in, so it kind of just spoiled shit for me, but it's fine. I didn't think it was this close. It was really close. They etched it out. The reason why I thought that Dante was gonna win is because they were talking about Dante being able to survive fires and stuff, and I'm like, well, isn't that the majority of Clive's strength is fire because the icon of fire? But I was wrong. Let me see what they're what they're
Dante
saying.
and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had.
Okay.
This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Okay.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms.
Yeah.
Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the
Okay, in terms of stats, yes, I agree with this sentiment. I don't disagree at all.
other.
Let's see what they say with the
given
other
their
one.
crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much.
Okay.
Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time,
They can both do
flash
that.
freeze the other, block
Yep.
and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable
Yep.
and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end,
Yep.
both have answers to most of each other's powers.
Okay, yes, I like their explanation, so I'm gonna agree with this one too.
Making it still anyone's win.
So why did
Which
they
is why
edge
it
with
came down
Clive
to
here,
one
then?
major factor: endurance. Just how long
okay.
could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The
Okay.
longest Dante has
Makes
battled
sense.
in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're
Yep.
thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too.
Well, Dante killed Virgil, but Virgil wasn't actually dead. See, right here, they say Virgil's regeneration took years to complete, so technically, even though Clive won this battle, he technically didn't kill Dante. Dante will regenerate. He'll come back.
Becoming even
It
stronger
just
from
didn't take
pure
him some time, I
willpower,
guess.
just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Next time
Again,
on Death Battle.
I like their thought process. I agree with it. But technically, you can't argue that Dante can beat Clive too. Granted, he had more demonic energy left. What's next? Who are we gonna do next? Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Okay. Pokemon is gonna do Ash versus
Subscribe and join as a member to see more.
Okay. That's interesting. Ash versus Yugi is really interesting. I'm excited for that. I'm just gonna go out on a limb right now. That was my ringtone. Not my ringtone, my notification thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I do think Ash Ketchum is gonna win. No, not Ash Ketchum. Yugi. So I don't know how much of a battle that is, but I'm excited to see it nonetheless. I'm gonna see. But yes, Clive won. I was wrong. I thought Dante was gonna win. That's okay. If you guys agree with it or don't agree with it, let me know down below. Comment down below whether you guys agreed with it or didn't, and give me your reasoning on why you think the other would win, or you know, over what they chose. So yeah, thank you guys for so much for watching, and yeah, you know what we say around here on this channel. Adios.